Hello Aries, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess to do your weekly read from the 21st to the 27th of April. Firstly, let me say a big thank you for all of those who subscribed to my channel. I did a lot of grounding work this week, did a lot of growth while I was away, and I've come back with a completely different slant on things, and I am so grateful. I have so many people who appreciate my readings. So I will give you a little reminder that on Sunday the 28th of April at 9 a.m. I'm going to go live on my Facebook page, so if you'd like to join me, I'm just trialing the time at this time to see if it's the right time for everybody around the world. So I'll only spend about an hour on and do some card pulls, and then we'll move to doing something a little bit more regular, which I'm very, very excited about. So Aries, this is your reading, and I am using the Hanson Roberts deck. Now, I do have the Six of Pentacles coming out here. So the Six of Pentacles is a card that talks about equal give and take. And I feel like with this Libra moon at the moment, a lot of the signs are getting calls to cut things out of their life that are not giving them a return. Now, it isn't about being materialistic. This is not about who does the washing and who does the ironing. It's much, much deeper than that. It's being in a relationship where the other person gives back to you the love and respect that you give to them. Now, when children are small, we teach children how to repay. We teach them to love and respect us back for what they've done. That's our job as parents. But unfortunately, as we get older, sometimes we have this idea that we just keep fishing and, putting our hand in our pocket and handing stuff out like it's going out of fashion. And we don't think about what that means for us. So this is about self-respect, self-love, having a balance in your life, making sure that your relationships give you back what you need from them. There doesn't have to be, a complete balance by any means, but it's making sure that what you're investing, you're reaping. Okay, so behind that we do have the High Priestess, and behind that we have the Chariot. So what we're talking about here is trusting your intuition before you move forward with things. So being able to understand, if this isn't happening with people, how do you start off in your life by making sure that when you go into things that you get an equal give and take? Well, the first thing I always talk about, of course, is boundaries. Setting your boundaries. I'm prepared to take this or that, and I'm not prepared to put up with this. And if somebody treats you badly, then in your intuition, the red flags come out and you cut them out of your life to move forward. But sometimes what happens, if you're raised by your family to always have this idea that people are allowed to treat you that way, then sometimes you can end up in very toxic relationships before you realise. But with this Libra moon just going past, a lot of people are now cleaning out their closets, cupboards, wardrobes. Okay, so the first card you have out here is the Emperor. Now, the Emperor actually represents the Aries, so this is your card. So this can be about standing in your truth, about standing in your power. The Emperor is a person who's well educated, knowledgeable. Sometimes can be about control and power. And I feel like in this particular instance, this is what the universe is saying, that Aries, you are allowed to stand in your power here. This isn't about controlling others or manipulating or anything like that. This is about you standing in your power and understanding what you should have in your life and what you don't. Okay, and that's beautiful because you've got the Ten of Cups sitting right next to that, which says to me there's a good result here. By you recognising your own power and value, you're able to walk away from things. So the Eight of Cups talks about walking away from things that don't emotionally serve you here. Okay, Seven of Pentacles. So there's a bit of patience required. So the universe is saying this process for you may take a little while. So be patient. This guy looks so glum in this picture though, look how sort of glum he looks. I think that sometimes none of us like to be patient, and I think if they photographed me when somebody told me to be patient, I'd probably look really similar. It's like asking me to dance on the sharp side of a razor blade. Like I'm not patient at all. I can barely undo knots. They get very frantic. So it's not something that I'm terribly good at. But I am learning, and I know it's been a lesson for me a long time. So I am learning that I have to be patient. Okay, Seven of Rods coming out here. So this is about you feeling like you've always had to defend your own territory. That means that you feel that you've always had to stick up for yourself, because once you don't set boundaries and you get further down the track, then what starts to happen is you start to realise you get resentful and cranky when people walk over your boundaries. So you start to fight back all the time and become defensive. And what this reading is asking you to do is to make sure you set those boundaries before you start, so you don't have to come in after a while and start putting them in place. So we do have the Page of Rods here. So this is about you letting the universe know that the change is occurring and you're going to be standing by this passionately. And here's the change. So we do have the Death card coming in here. Could be dealing with a Scorpio too. But this is about deciding that you're going to make these changes within yourself here. And I've seen a lot of this Death card today. So it is about understanding that there's a process here. You need to be patient to go through it, because you're being asked to walk away from things that no longer serve you, because you're sick of fighting for your rights. Queen of Pentacles coming out here. So could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but more than likely this is you learning how to ground yourself, how to bring yourself down to earth, how to be practical and approach things from a very logical point of view. The Queen of Pentacles is highly organised. She's very maternal. She's very loving and caring, but she also knows her structures and her boundaries here. So I think this is the energy you're taking on, because you're letting something go. There's a cycle finishing out here. And the cycle here is about you understanding that you don't have to put up with this sort of behaviour anymore. Okay, and there is a lot of cause for celebration at the end here, which is absolutely beautiful. So let me just go back to the beginning. So we're talking about equal give and take. You know what? I just uncovered the Nine of Wands behind that too. So you have got a wish coming true. This is about trusting your intuition with people before you move forward with them. So being able to gauge whether, you know, something is worth your while putting an investment into. So if you're looking to meet someone new and maybe you've not had good times in the past, or someone has crossed your path, be it, you know, friend, relative, relationship, it's about trusting your gut feelings about people and understanding that not everybody is there for your highest good. People come dressed as wolves in sheep's clothing, as they always say. So what is happening in this reading is you being able to understand you're coming up as the Emperor. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter here. The universe is saying that you are knowledgeable, you are educated, you are able to stand in your own power. This is not about controlling others. This is about you being true to who you are. Being able to let go of things that no longer serve you, being able to walk away from things because they do not serve your purpose. This process for you is going to take time. So the universe is saying, you know, be kind to yourself during this time. This is about loving yourself and understanding, you know, that things take time. So whatever you're doing here, you're clearing out, which, as I said, has come up in a lot of readings today. It's about clearing out your closet. It's in line with the Libra moon, which is all about clearing out stuff that doesn't serve you. But I feel like you're going to be very strong about this. You're taking a very strong approach. You're not taking sort of like a half-assed approach to this. You're going, right, no, that's it. I need to understand where I need to be, and I need to understand what in my life does not serve me anymore. So you're starting to move things out, and I love that you're celebrating here. It's like you're closing a door never to open it up again, because you've really understood how to move your life in that direction and be able to say goodbye to things because they don't serve your purpose or don't meet your higher good. And I know a lot of us put up with I hear people all the time saying, oh, you know, I've got this friend and every time she comes over I feel drained of my energy. I'm always doing all these things for her. She never seems to appreciate me. That sort of stuff. Okay, so you've got the card of Cracker. This came out for someone else too, and it talks about positive energy surrounding you with love and good fortune awaiting for you. So definitely a beautiful card for the week, Aries. Really enjoy your week. We'll catch up soon.